so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be
Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge there, jeez.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
This play has been very good for us this year, very fruitful.
Throwing on second down, Cousins. That's complete to Justin.
There it is again.
He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, first down. Cousins. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Fourth down, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of... They decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it, because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Running for it, here's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
On second down, it's Cook again.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And some room to roam now.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a nice play on the end of it. An 18-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And New York set to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Room here to run. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it. 10. Now Jones. Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Still a couple of yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Looking to throw. Jones got a man, Slayton.
And the Giants are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Another try for Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Gano's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Cousins gives way to Cook.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are... Possession of the football. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 40-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Keneawagu now out of his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, the 20. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 2. What a spectacular return. At the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out.
One. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And New York set to take the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard.
Oh yeah, baby.
The last drive and how it ended, go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
There we go. See, you want to take out Barkley.
He stopped at the 25. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. On the return is Peterson. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Complete, Jefferson the target. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted.
That might have just broke the record for dance. That might be number 15 on the year, baby.
They're going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
And that's Jefferson's, I don't know.
Justin Jefferson.
Score on the reverse. And he's scoring that too.
His guys are able to push that.
I don't know, he's got a lot of touchdowns this year. More importantly, that gives our boy Cousins touchdown 50 on the season. Tried to do that stupid pick earlier.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18.
Team effort dancer on the pick. Just gets us an extra possession there after we punted. After Jefferson dropped the corner route. Get the punt, and we get the turnover.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. New York ready to go again offensively. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From just shy of midfield, Jones. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now to try again after the sack. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Giants
Why not pick that, Harrison
Smith?
Smith?
Timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Gano's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A first down throw for Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 36, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Hey, no, easy.
Here's Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Giants are going to take possession here.
You screwed on a tip pass like that? Come on, man.
So the interception there. And something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose. This lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Cousins to throw it. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
2. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Cousins now from the 50. He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown, Vikings! Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. As these guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Just keeping the play alive. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And this will be a Giants first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. He's got a man complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A great... Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red shot.
After review of the play,
that challenge
ruling on the
not
field
successful
stands.
there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Jones now throwing on first down. This one is Slayton over the middle. And the Giants are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Now Jones. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, Cook. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They run again on first down, Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle to Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to the ground, Cook. And some room to maneuver. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Cousins on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. He's at the 40. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. He's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield. Touchdown, Giants! Daniel Bellinger with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gano now to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I would be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Second and 2. On play action, Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Play fake, Cousins rolling to his right. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. In motion, the tight end. Cook up the gut, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The Vikings on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
First down. Here's the run with Cook. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 93 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries. Cousins now to throw on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Back to throw. Jones. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off, sometimes you're just rounding it, sometimes there's a fake, sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose lose yardage back at the 17.
Offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
Still
And so
first
many
down.
different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now Cousins on fourth down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. On first and 10, Cousins. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. So now the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. First down, here's Cousins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Throwing here, Cousins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door. It's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. Only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Jones on first and 10. That's caught by Galladay. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
Throwing Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it'll be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's gets a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you make it? He's got a man complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Cousins here to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 28 yards. And the Vikings stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Joseph now to add the PAT. And that will bump the lead up to 26. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had them? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for the Vikings, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.